product is priced at 1,000 rupees, for example. So if you want to see the trend, like how it has gone up, how it is going down, what are the different changes, so you can check it using line graphs. Pie charts can help you to, like if there is 100%, you can see the different pies of various colors, and you can easily visualize, okay, this is maximum, this is lesser, this is more. So it is easy to interpret using pie charts. So visualization really helps. You don't need to read through a lot of text. You can just see visually through a diagram and make out insights. Then there are some common analytical tools as well. Excel, all of us have heard of it. Most of us have already used it, correct? So Excel is the popular one. Then SQL, structured query language. This is used for database management. It is SQL is a technical language used by many people, and statisticians, numerical calculations who have to perform different calculations, they make use of SQL. Again, R is a language. I don't have it here, but R is a language which is used, a statistical language. Then Tableau and Power BI. These are some common tools which are used for creating dashboard. So dashboard help you to see different parameters all in one single screen, and you can quickly navigate, you can see, you can click on different aspects and filter it out, make use of it to visualize. So yeah, so these are some analytical tools. And for like why managers need data analytics? One simple example. So how many of you are Netflix users or Amazon Prime users here? Do you watch movies there? Or maybe do you watch content there, not just movies? Yes? Any Netflix fans here? Netflix, write Netflix in the chat. Okay. What about the rest? Any other OTT platform that you use? You can write any platform that you generally watch content on. So why am I giving you this example? If you see, if you are watching a lot of maybe action movies, so it will constantly show you recommendations related to action movies. If you are watching thrillers, it will show you thriller recommendations. If you're watching sports dramas or documentaries, it will show you those references only. This is because it is learning from your patterns. It is trying to see, the algorithm is trying to learn from your pattern and give you the recommendation on the basis of your choices. Okay. Now I'll just tweak this example. Now we are smart people. We don't use our subscriptions alone, right? We share it with 4 to 5 of our friends, and we are smart. We don't want to spend all the money by our own, so we share it with different people. Now we confuse the algorithm because maybe one of our friend likes to watch romantic movies, the other friend likes to watch sports movies, third one likes to watch documentaries. So now the recommender system has so many preferences, and that's why it is not able to recommend you the right amount of content or the right set of content specific to your choice. So this is where I want to make you guys understand that if the data is not correctly captured, it will lead to wrong conclusions, it will lead to wrong recommendations. I hope you guys are connected. I hope you guys got the example clearly. Yeah. So it is important. Yeah, there are names, yes, but I have like 10 people using my account with my name. Amazon Prime so is like shared by so many people. I don't know how many people have logged in my account. So here it is difficult, right? Even in the purchase patterns, if on your Amazon account there are all your family members who are using it or your friends are using it, maybe you need a laptop or you need some professional equipment. Someone might need a sports equipment, someone might need clothes, someone might would want to order food from it, right? So preferences would vary and the algorithm would get confused that what exactly is this user trying to do, right? So it is important to also see that the source of the data is fine, and managers like now, because Netflix, for example, if Netflix is analyzing its database and if it sees like, yes, people are liking crime dramas or people are liking thrillers, so they will try to create more content on those lines because now they know that yes, people's preferences have changed. If you see in the 1980s, 1990s, 2000s, at that point of time, it was all romantic movies that came in. Before that, it was all historical movies that used to come in. After like 2010, 20, we see like action movies have taken up the pace now. Everybody wants to see criminal thrillers or maybe action movies, all that with very good visual effects. Now in 2025, people prefer movies with great CGI, like graphics and all, right? So this is how they are able to predict this on the basis of the choices. And one very good example is Marvel movies. So the Marvel Studios who create like Iron Man and like the Spider-Man and all, they analyze data so well that they create their content on the basis of the feedback that they receive. So next time when they're coming up with a movie, they will do a thorough analysis of their data and accordingly plan what should they do next in their upcoming movies. Okay. So here it is important to like make use of data, but also it is super important to protect your privacy and also inform when you are capturing any data point. It is important to inform the user or the one who is going to share that data point, and the data which is captured should also be kept securely. One important tip for all of you: when you are going to conduct data analysis, when you are going to gather data using surveys and all, ensure that you are making use of that data ethically. You're not passing that data to someone else. And also, like if you are capturing any personal details, like maybe name, email ID, contact numbers, or anything of that sort, ensure that the data is safe with you and you're not releasing that data anywhere out, because that person might have answered maybe because that person knows you, or maybe when you said it is for a study or something. But releasing data out is not right. So ensure that you are only passing out data, and if you are going to share that data outside with their names, that then get their consent, get their written consent that yes, I am going to make use of this data for study or my research and all, and I have to share it with my peers or maybe my reviewers and all. So you need to make use of data ethically. So common pitfalls which generally happen in data analysis: quick sneak peek, garbage in, garbage out. Yes, because as I told you, like if the data quality is not right, if the data is incomplete, if the data has duplicate values, your decisions would also affect. So it is important to have correct data, right set of data, complete data. Confirmation bias: it is important to check whether the data is accurate, it is right in line with what is the actual trend. And you should not just believe, like how I told you, like if there is a 1 lakh rupee phone which comes in the market, maybe it is not the best phone, but because I think that it is the best phone, I will not even check out its features. So it should not be biased, it should be confirmation which you need to take on. Correlation confusion: you need to also see like what are the different challenges which lead to false conclusions. And cherry picking: selectively pick data points which would actually help you to decide whether you need to take that product, whether you need to take that service or not. Okay. Don't rely on too much of data, because too much of data can also confuse. So it is important to only see at those parameters which would help you in deciding what to do next. Okay. And yes, the data driven manager can ask insightful questions. As researchers, I would want you all to ask insightful questions. Make evidence based decisions. Evidence based as in you should have thorough proof to see, okay, yes, this is why this thing is fine, or maybe I'm going with this. You need to have some proof for it. And yes, you should foster analytical culture. It is super important that you analyze your data well and accordingly like decide what to do next. So here, analytical thinking at workplace is also important. So you can think of different processes which are generally conducted at your organization. Try to find patterns, right? You can try to find what are the different areas where you can improve. You can try to identify the root cause of the problem and then design a solution around it. Anybody wants to ask any question? I see someone has turned on their mic. Uh, any questions, guys? Okay, perfect. So probability is also something that we discussed some time ago, where you have mean, median, mode, average, right? Then the different spreads like range, variance, standard deviation. These are different parameters which you would learn ahead in time when you are going through your research design and research thesis. I have just kept it here for your reference. So definitely, I will pass you this presentation so you can check this out. But these are some parameters which you would consider when you are going for any thorough research that you would conduct for your doctoral thesis. Again, hypothesis testing is like, here you are trying to set up an idea. Here you are trying to keep up with a thought, like, okay, this is where I will, like for example, new training will improve sales performance. This is what I am thinking hypothetically. So what I will do, I will compare sales after, before and after training. So I will do before after, I will check whether it is really impacting with the results. I will see the statistical significance. statistical significance can be captured by means of the volume of sales, by the quality of sales, by retention. And then I would conclude whether my hypothesis was correct or not, like whether the new training really was effective or not. So this is how I'm deciding on any factor, by using statistical methods. And these statistical methods are helping me with right parameters. So analytics really help you in taking good decisions. They can help you in planning different scenarios, like the best case, the worst case, most likely case. You can also analyze and see what can be the different risks associated. And here, you're not just assuming anything. You have got data to back up your decisions, to data to help you drive your decisions. So it is important to take analytics-based decisions. And also, if you are someone who understands technical terms, but you are trying to communicate it to someone who is not that technical, who is not that expert, so you need to simplify it without changing its meaning. It is very important you communicate it well. You tell a story. You can frame that data with some visuals, with some charts, in some presentation and all. You can have like well designed visuals and focus on how can you take actions around it. So some tools which we already discussed, there can be dashboards, there can be presentations, there can be interactive interfaces which you can make use of. And why it is important to have data. So data modeling can help you in like understanding different parameters. So if you are to create a product, or if you want to sell something in the market, you can analyze using these questions. So these are some example questions, like who is purchasing your products. So let's say your product is a smartwatch, for example. Okay. Your smartwatch is something that is helping you to count your steps, your like heart rate and all that. So who are my customers? Customers who are health conscious. I got my answer. What are the products? So here my products, what items are being sold? So trying to sell a smartwatch. Transactions. So when and where do the sales occur? So I can see like people generally look at this when they come to any mall, or they attend any health seminar or any event. And which are the best locations or regions where the stores perform? So maybe this can be near hospitals. So this is how I decided on the basis of the data points that I collected. So here, these are some sample ones which I showed you, but you can definitely decide what can be your questions and accordingly plan it. So here, for any activity, we already did this before in the cycle. You need to firstly decide what you have to do, then gather data around it, then perform analysis around it. Once your analysis is done, once you reach to some conclusions, then you create a presentation, and then you start implementing it. So this is how the project lifecycle in data analytics works. And you can get started with some beginner tools. I have gathered some resources here for you. So Kaggle is a website which can help you with free data sets. Government open data portals. So data portals are made available by different governments. Again, Google dataset search can help you with free datasets, and you can create mini projects around it. You can learn from different examples which will help you to become a better data expert. So that's how you can get started with data analytics. If you guys have any questions, you can ask me those in the chat section now. And I think we are almost nearing to the conclusion. So from data, you reach to information. From information, you reach to insights. From insights, you reach to action, and action can provide you value. This is how the whole value chain works in case of data analytics. And yes, it can help you in taking strategic decisions. It can definitely be advanced by using ML, machine learning, artificial intelligence, natural language processing, and real-time analytics. So you can get started with data analytics. You need to build your foundation. Today we built it already, and you'll have to master a tool. So I would suggest get started with Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets. It is a free tool anyways. You can get started with it. Learn how to create different charts for your research thesis. Maybe the ones who are working on different projects, you can get started with such tools, and that's how you can take better decisions, create clear processes, use tools like Excel, Power BI, Tableau for your better data analysis. And yes, you should have an analytical mindset. So keep asking curious questions and solving those curious problems. So that's about our today's session. I would want you all to quickly ask me if you have